Unlocked for citizen mode. Question. Given the emerging scenarios, when and how do you think INGOX need to engage to make a difference for South Sudan? I have always considered INGOX to be one of the leading agencies in transitional development, and my impression has been reinforced by the activities of country directors in the field. I believe that its dedication to performing such a role and the existence of independent funding place INGOX in a unique position to demonstrate its efficacy and willingness to modify its humanitarian interventions as the conditions on the ground change. With this organizational flexibility in mind, let me return to the urban planning triage approach I alluded to briefly above. South Sudan has access to natural resources and the revenue generated by such commodities, as well as to a dedicated cadre of foreign consultants who wish to see South Sudan prosper. The international community is currently providing a substantial amount of funding, and South Sudan's access to credits, grants, and loans will only improve once statehood is legally formalized in July. Presumably, a newly independent state and member of the United Nations will be able to trigger even more development mechanisms in the future. In this supportive context, INGOX would develop a model based upon the geometry of a wheel, with a town representing the hub, and village as the spokes. Depending on the wheel size, the rim could intersect other rims, as in a Venn diagram. If INGOX applies a multidimensional approach to the hub, push and pull factors could contribute to economic development and, at the same time, empower the social nexus. More specifically, the objective would be to create a town from the ground up, with all sectors being injected with cash, trade appropriate tools and implements, training, mentoring, and support. INGOX would use its resources and knowledge to help create a hub that would meet its own criteria for successful socio-economic transformation. If a strong town hub is created with roads linking villages from the inward, commerce, knowledge acquisition, and capacity building could flow along the wheel in both directions. The hub town would have courts, police, medical facilities, electricity, running water, and so on. The outlying villages would have services and opportunities for redress within a reasonable distance, as defined by the locals. The Sudanese's customary adaptation to challenging logistics and log of their hometown should contribute to the success of such a structure, which would in turn allow the psychology of equal access, free and safe population movement, information exchange, and success to radiate throughout the wheel. The triage aspect in urban planning means that certain areas and sectors must be strengthened before others. Systematic implementation must be planned to foster diverse multiplier effects so that a form of gentrification can proceed without pulling everyone from the periphery. Collaboration between the locals and socio-economic experts to determine the triage strategy should encourage a more realistic synthesis of competing ideas, which could empower all stakeholders during stabilization and reconstruction efforts.